Hey guys, Nicolai here. Every year, millions of people are arrested. Just in America alone, 10.7 million people were arrested in 2016. Now, what if I told you that some people have actually been arrested in relation to League of Legends? Well, you wouldn't be very surprised since that is what the title of the video is. With that being said, let's jump into what you came to see: 4 people who were arrested over League of Legends. Kicking it right off with number 4, our first crime scene takes place in China. The date was November 20th, 2015. It was a normal night in the streets of Chongqing, China. This all begins when an unnamed young man decided he wanted to commit thievery. Now, people steal things every day, but this man stole 2 laptops, fled the crime scene, then made sure that no one saw him and went home to where he knew he was safe. Wait, actually that last part's not true. He didn't go home or check if anyone saw him. He actually, while still having possession of the 2 stolen laptops, went to a local internet cafe to play League of Legends. And of course, you know League isn't a quick in and out thing. So although it's not reported how much time he spent at the internet cafe, we can assume it was more than 40 minutes at least. 40 minutes which were more than enough time for the police to catch the thief they were looking for. Unfortunately, some of the details might be iffy or lost in translation because the source of this story is straight from Chinese news. But the most important part that wasn't lost to translation is that when the cops showed up to arrest the man, they showed him their badge and his arrest warrant. And what the thief did next will blow your mind. I'm joking, we're not doing that clickbait shit here. The man who had just been told that he was under arrest told the officers, quote, "I don't want to fail my teammates. I will confess everything if you let me finish this game." And the police actually granted his wish. After the game was over, the police arrested our hero. But 2 questions remain unanswered. During my research, I was unable to find how long he was arrested for. Some sites say that the punishment for stealing in China can begin with 10 years in prison. And secondly, more important, there is no answer to whether or not he won or lost his game before being arrested. Moving on to number 3, we're going to hang out in China a little longer. This story actually happened pretty recently, and you might have already heard about it, so we're not going to spend too much time on it. But number 3 goes to professional League of Legends player Vasily. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Just last year, on October 26th of 2017, Vasily was live streaming himself playing League of Legends, and everything was normal, until his frustration started rising after multiple defeats. During this, his girlfriend was telling him to calm down and basically to stop feeding. Well, our boy didn't appreciate her comments, and decided to literally flip his desk and go attack his girlfriend for talking to him that way. I'll play a clip from the stream just to show you that I'm not making this up, but the full thing will be in the description if you're interested in watching. Warning, it gets pretty intense, especially if you understand the language. And you know, this guy really is messed up. Because after having this attack of rage and assaulting his girlfriend, he just goes back on the computer like, "Hey man, this elo ain't gonna be gained by itself. I at least better be in queue while beating up my girlfriend." But later on, the police arrived and Vasily was arrested. Unfortunately though, his girlfriend said Vasily didn't hit her and pleaded to not having domestic abuse charges put on him, so Vasily was later freed. But this outburst of rage was costly, jail or not, because his professional team instantly suspended him when the news broke out. And later on, Riot Games themselves came out and announced that Vasily was now banned from playing League of Legends professionally. Also, before we move on, I checked Vasily's Twitter to see if he had posted anything since the incident, and he hasn't been on Twitter in years. But this is legit the last tweet he made. Am I cute yet? Now, before everyone starts commenting that I only talk about Asian incidents, like people did in my People Who Died Over League of Legends video, number 2 takes place in the land of freedom, the United States. This is League of Legends' biggest story of someone being arrested over the game, so you might have heard of it. But it happened in 2013, so you still might not have. This takes place in Texas, where 19-year-old Justin Carter had just finished a nice old game of League, and well, it actually wasn't nice. He lost the game and was venting on Facebook about being mad over the loss. And then someone reportedly replied to him calling him insane. And what Justin replied actually ended up taking him to jail. And now this is actually the real f***ed up part. After seeing the comments Justin made on Facebook, an unidentified Canadian woman looked up Carter's personal information, found an old address located near an elementary school, and called the cops. That call ended up having this just turned 19-year-old kid locked up for months while facing a potential 8 years in prison. Oh, and you might be asking what he said, so let me read that for you real quick. So someone said he was insane and he said, "Yeah, I'm f***ed up. In the head, alright? I think I'm gonna shoot up a kindergarten and watch the blood of the innocent rain down and eat the beating heart of one of them. Lol joke." I guess I understand why that woman got spooked. But he did say lol joke. The last update we received to this case was that the court gave Justin a bail of $500,000, which is insane to begin with, but an anonymous donor actually came through and paid that for Justin. Eventually, Justin was freed, and the case hasn't been brought up since. It's likely that after bail and many court hearings, the case was dropped due to there not being enough strong evidence. And in terms of Justin, we haven't heard from that boy either. I imagine after going through something like this, you probably don't publicly come back to the internet for a long while. And alright, to finish the list, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Number 1 is actually in the exact same realm as number 2. In Taiwan, a man called one of his teammates mentally retarded, as most of us do, and for some reason that was reported and became an actual court case. I'm not up to date with Taiwanese laws, but it seems telling someone they're retarded is illegal, so I'm going to stay away from there. I'm joking, but the case probably fell under some form of hate speech if I had to guess. But anyway, you would think this would just be the kind of thing that reaches court but gets brushed off because it sounds insane. But the judge actually ruled that with modern technology, online accounts are an extension of individual identities and therefore have the same rights. Basically, him calling someone retarded in an online video game is the same as him doing it IRL. And for this poor man had to spend 30 days in prison. But alright guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. As always, if you want to see more from me in the future, click or tap my face to subscribe. And if you want to see one of my past videos, click the video to the right. Most of all, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Peace.